Welcome back, trainers. It's episode 4 of Pokémon Jeopardy. I'm your host, Professor Lorax. Thanks for joining me. We're back with 26 new clues to test your knowledge with all things Pokémon. Here are the rules on your screen, but if you just can't resist cheating, nobody's gonna know. Let's take a look at the categories for episode 4. First up on the docket, we have Rock type, which of course includes Rock type Pokémon, but can also dig a little deeper at times. Next up is Professors, those handy lab coat wearing characters that usually get you started off on your journey. Then we have Bicycles, a convenient little accessory that has brought quite a few painstakingly slow starting games to somewhat bearable levels. Our Pokemon TCG category of the week is Owner's Pokemon. These are the Pokemon associated with a specific trainer or group that have their name included in the title of the card. And finally, we have Safari Zones, the classic Pokemon catching game within a game that has appeared on and off since the beginning. Let's get started with the 5 most basic questions you'll see today. We call it the Pokeball round. First up is Rock type for 200. This Gen 1 Rock type Pokemon does not have an evolution line, and Mega Evolution does not count. We're talking about the King of Fossils, Aerodactyl. You might say I have a connection to this next category. It's Professors for 200. The professor that traditionally gives new trainers a Bulbasaur, Squirtle, or Charmander. Of course it's the professor you all know and love, Professor Oak. What's your favorite mode of transportation? We're trying out bicycles. In the anime pilot episode, Ash and Pikachu ruined this trainer's bicycle. And over 20 years later, he still hasn't replaced it. Poor Misty. Over to Owner's Pokemon for the first time today. Owner's Pokemon made their first appearance in this set. Personally, these are some of my favorite style of cards. We're looking for gym heroes here. Let's explore the Safari Zone. Can you tell where this Safari Zone is located? If nothing else, the graphic should have been a giveaway. We're looking at the classic Kanto region. So far so good. How will you handle the 400-point round? We're back to Rock type. Scyther's Rock type evolution. The name of this Pokemon is Cleavor. Interesting concept, but I still prefer the Scizor. Let's take a look at our next professor. The professor who completely broke Brock's heart. Out of all his constant rejection, this one seemed to hurt the most. And the perpetrator in question?
Pleased to meet you. I'm Professor Ivy.
We have bicycles for the second time today. While traveling the Galar region, the player rides this special type of bicycle. It's the all-in-one Rotom bike. Rotom just improves everything in the Pokemon world. Moving on to Owner's Pokemon for 400. In the Gym Challenge set, Charizard is owned by this trainer. There's only one Fire-type gym leader from this era, and that would be Blaine. The final clue of the 400-point round leads us to another Safari Zone. Can you tell where this is? This time, we're looking at the Johto region. Only available in the remakes, this gave us a refreshed version of a nostalgic area. Let's move on to the 600-point round. We're talking about Rock types. These 3 types have a complete advantage over Rock-type Pokemon in both offense and defense. Seems like there's a lot of risk to using Rock types. Those types consist of Steel, ground, and fighting. We've got another professor for the third time today. Ash had to battle this professor in order to claim the title of Alola Champion. Apparently the closest thing to a dad Ash has ever known, it's Professor Kukui. The halfway point of the game brings us back to bicycles. A special route in every region that can only be accessed with a bicycle. Good luck trying to dodge trainers while riding on these. These paths are called Cycling Road. Time to take another look at Owner's Pokemon. Sabrina's Gengar evolved from this Pokemon. The very specific answer is Sabrina's Haunter. And yes, you have to use the owner's name in the title. It even tells you on the cards. Here comes Safari Zones for the third time today. Can you tell where this is located? This Safari Zone was housed in the Hoenn region. Actually, only the second Safari Zone we ever see, since the original Gen 2 game skipped over the concept. We've entered the 800 point round. It's only going to get harder from here. Speaking of which, here's rock types. The rock version of Quick Attack. Complete transparency, I forgot the name of this until I was researching the question. But the move is called Accelerock. Get it? Like accelerate, but with a rock. It's our fourth professor of the day. In the anime, May's father is a gym leader. In the games, however, May or Brendan's father is this professor. Norman is the player's father, but your rival is the child of Professor Birch. How well do you know these bikes? This one's worth 800. In the Hoenn region, the player may choose between these two bicycles. Your choices are the Mach Bike or the Acro Bike. Everyone picks the faster bike. It's not really a problem until you get to those annoying bridges. Here's Owner's Pokemon for the fourth time today. In the Journey Together set, Hop is paired with this legendary Pokemon. This Pokemon is the sword-wielding Zacian. You don't see him paired with the shield counterpart nearly as often. We're taking another trip to the Safari Zone. The Sinnoh Safari Zone goes by this name. The Great Marsh is the name we're looking for here. This one always felt more expansive, since you need a train just to travel between areas. We're in the endgame now. It's time for the Master Ball round, the most difficult part of the game. If you're feeling nervous, just take a deep breath and tell yourself that you're gonna be the very best, like no one ever was. The 1000 point round begins with rock types. There are 5 rock type gym badges: Boulder, Stone, Coal, Cliff, and this. This one's kind of on the nose. It's the rock badge. Here comes our last professor. This professor and his 3 research assistants are featured in a Pokemon mobile game. I had to sneak another mobile game question in there. We're looking for Professor Willow this time. It's our final bicycle clue. The bike shop in Cerulean City usually sells bike for this amount. Fortunately, you shouldn't actually have to pay this amount. The outrageous price is $1 million, or whatever currency they use. You've got one more shot at Owner's Pokemon. Let's go. In the Double Crisis set, these are the only 2 owners utilized on Pokemon cards. If you could just picture the packs, this is super easy. The answer is Team Aqua and Team Magma. Final clue on the board before Final Jeopardy. Let's take our last look at Safari Zones. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Fuchsia City Safari Zone was converted into this. That revitalized area was called Pal Park. I always thought this was a fun and interactive way to transfer your Pokemon from old games. It's time for the most nerve-wracking part of the game, Final Jeopardy, where at worst, you could end the game with absolutely nothing, but you also have a chance to completely double your score. But before you decide, let's check out the category. Legendaries. Every generation introduces a new group of legendary Pokemon. How well do you know them? Make your wagers now. Alright, and here we go with the final clue of the game. This legendary Pokemon is the central antagonist in Pokemon the First Movie. You're probably wishing you wagered it all right about now. And time is up. The legendary Pokemon in question is Mewtwo. How'd you do this time? You pretty much got a freebie for Final Jeopardy today. We should be seeing some higher scores. Feel free to show off and share those scores in the comments. That's going to do it for our 4th episode of Pokemon Jeopardy. If you like what you saw, subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when the next episode drops. And you can always check out our collection of Pokemon Trivia shorts while you're waiting.